Welcome to the New Mom Talk podcast, your go-to podcast for evidence-based answers to your burning questions about parenting. Join us as we dive into commonly Googled topics and hear from experts and real moms. Let's navigate parenthood together, one question at a time. Hi, everyone. So today we're going to talk about a mother's nervous system and how that affects milk flow and latch. So I'm really excited because we often think about anything that has to do with nursing and what can impact nursing. So today we have MiKaylan Cushing. So I'm going to hand it over to you if you can start off with telling us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Yes, well, at first I just want to say thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. And just a little bit about me. Yeah, my name is MiKaylan Cushing, and I am from Texas. I am a Texas native. My husband and I, we have been married for 4 years. It'll be 4 years this coming up May. And I have been a lactation specialist since 2022. So I'm a certified lactation consultant and also a holistic gut health educator. And I graduated from Baylor University in 2018 with a degree in child development and family studies. So I have pretty much just have had a long journey of just diving deep into how to heal my own gut health, and which has given me a passion to help moms and women find solutions and even restorations with their gut to improve their overall wellness. And so with lactation, that's my approach, is just looking at the lens of the gut brain connection to help solve a lot of issues that have to do with breastfeeding. And same with women, just with the gut brain connection, helping women who aren't not lactating, just helping them find this root issue and find healing. And but yeah, that's a little bit of what I do. And yeah, I'm just so grateful just to be on this journey.
It's pretty crazy how your nervous system does impact so much when it comes to parenting. How does a mother's stress level or nervous system impact their milk flow and their letdown reflex?
With mom's nervous system, usually what happens is that whenever it is in that sympathetic state, that's that fight, flight, freeze state, that can cause just for the mom to seem more stressed or anxious. It can cause the mom's body to feel just more tense. And so that can just affect the letdown being more slow. It causes the letdown to be slower. The letdown is whenever the flow of milk can become slower. And so oftentimes when there is any type of stress or overstimulation on mom's body, that's just going to definitely cause that letdown to slow down, and also even for the supply to drop occasionally if mom's body is chronically in that fight flight state. And that will cause baby's breastfeeding to be more challenging, because then the baby will have issues with latching because there's not a consistent flow or supply. And so, yeah, it definitely has a lot to do with a mom's parasympathetic state, for sure. Sorry, mom's sympathetic state and an ability to activate that parasympathetic state.
Can emotional factors like anxiety, feeling overwhelmed, past trauma effects affect a baby's latch? And if so, how?
Yes, you're saying mom's anxieties?
Yes. So their emotional state, essentially.
Yes, it definitely can, because when mama starts to just feel that tension in her body, that stress, the baby can mirror mom's stress, and the baby can start to show that or reflect mom's stress through crying or their back being arched and just looking very distressed and coming off and on the breast. Sometimes it can often look like colic-like symptoms, just inconsolable crying at times. And just that overstimulation where they just go from 0 to 100 very easily. So overall, yeah, just with mom's anxieties and even past traumas that probably she hasn't dealt with, like with probably miscarriages or with just probably having a traumatic birth, when mom is in that recovery period, then naturally her body's going to be in that sympathetic, and then baby's going to mirror that sympathetic response and show that through different reactions of overstimulation.
What are some practical ways moms can regulate their nervous system to promote a smoother breastfeeding experience and journey.
Yes. So I definitely don't want moms to freak out and be like, "Oh my gosh, I have all these issues. Like, what do I do now? I'm just stuck feeling like this." There's definitely are solutions, and it doesn't mean that you have to do all these crazy extra things to get fixed. It's just simple. What I like to use is simple, natural remedies to help moms to reset and regulate. And so I definitely know what it feels like just to be frustrated or overwhelmed and feeling like you just have these issues. And I'm not sure if you've ever felt like that, where you felt like you were just on this hamster wheel of anxiety and stress, just trying to figure out solutions. And so I'm sure we all have been there, but all it takes is just natural, simple approach, not like overthinking it. And so one of my favorite simple approaches is grounding. And so grounding is a very natural way, in a very affordable way, just for our bodies just to activate that parasympathetic state. And so you heard me talk often about that sympathetic state. We want moms to get into that parasympathetic state and even help the baby to get into that parasympathetic state as well. So that's just a fancy way of just saying helping helping moms just to feel relaxed and just reset. And so there's a nerve in our body called the vagus nerve. It's the longest nerve in our body. It actually looks like a tree. I'm not sure if you're a fan of gardening or planting. And so if you can just imagine your favorite plants or your favorite tree, whatever that looks like, and just imagine that going through your own body. We have like the branches that go through our brain, and then that long stem that's kind of like a branch that just, or long stem that just goes through all the way to our guts. And so whenever that vagus nerve is being activated naturally, that will help to optimize or shift our bodies into that parasympathetic state, to feeling relaxed. And so little things like grounding, where you're just connecting your body, your feet, bare feet to the ground surface. That could be grass, concrete, anything where it's natural ground. That is a really easy way to feel relaxed. And oftentimes with grounding, it could take within 30 minutes just to feel the effects of it. Oftentimes you will just feel more at peace. So there are a lot of different ways to ground, and I won't go too much into it, but if some moms are just not really into the whole hippie feel of feet and on the ground and all that, there are ways you could ground it in your home and even while you nurse. So using grounding devices, like grounding mats, even grounding bed covers, so you can ground while you're sleeping. I have a grounding bed cover, and even grounding sandals. So I wear my sandals often. But yeah, earthing.net. They're a great source for all that. Any questions about that before I move on to some other remedies?
No, I just never thought about other options because whenever I think of grounding, I think like bare feet out in the sand, outside in nature. So it's
Yeah.
interesting that you mentioned these other accessories that you can use to ground inside. Hi, everyone. It's your host, Mariella. I want to thank you for listening and share some ways to show your continued support. You can rate and review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Share the show with friends and family. Buy me a coffee to help with the financial costs of running a podcast. Follow me on Instagram at newmomtalk.podcast. And finally, subscribe to my newsletter. Thank you for listening.
Yes, yeah, it makes it so much easier. Even if you're working, like on your laptop, there's grounding mats you can have under your laptop. So you're grounding. So yeah, it's really cool, and it makes it easier, especially when you don't always have the time to just be out in nature. But that leads me to my next point of nature. So nature, being outside, that naturally just helps to activate that vagus nerve. Just being in the fresh air is so peaceful and calming on the body. Oftentimes it's when we're in a very overstimulated city or workspace, it always just interferes with our body's capacity to heal. And so anytime where you're able just to break away and just even be in your own backyard, walk to the park, walk outside, that is just a very easy way to reset and regulate before mom's about to get ready to nurse. And even simple things like humming and singing is a very easy way to activate that vagus nerve. That's that long nerve I was talking about earlier. And so that's something really easy and practical to do when even you're doing the dishes, you're changing your baby's diaper. Sometimes naturally, just women, we just naturally want to hum and sing anyways. And so it's actually really, really healing on our bodies. it activates that vagus nerve and gets us in that relaxation state. And then even having your own spa day or retreat day is very effective too. And so that's also why my practice, holistic living, I have wellness retreats that I plan for moms, just their own exclusive one-on-one spa day in Texas and the DFW area. And so if moms are ever interested in that, definitely let me know. But anyways, just spa days are great, or you could have your own spa day in your home. So even if that's just doing like a magnesium foot bath, that is perfect. Magnesium is a really great way to relax the body and also has so many great ways just to reduce inflammation in the body and help with treating any fungal issues on your feet, or just it helps with so much. And so magnesium bath flakes, just adding that into like a tub of water or a warm basin of water and adding in like your favorite essential oils like lavender or a calming blend just to make it even more soothing and calming for yourself and be really effective. And my favorite magnesium bath flakes would be ancient minerals. And so even for the baby, just doing like a little magnesium bath for your baby can be really soothing for them before you latch them. So then they can also be more relaxed, and just making sure just to dilute it with, of course, water and like even adding some olive oil or coconut oil for the babies just to provide extra skin protection for them.
I love the idea of just like an at-home spa, being able to just do like take a bath or do a face mask. Like we often think like, oh, spa time
Yeah.
requires you having to go somewhere. And not only is it time, it's money, it's time away from your child. And if you have a newborn, like you really don't have time to be away from them. You can't if you are nursing or trying to nurse. That said,
Yes, it's not definitely
there's
for everyone.
are there signs that a baby is reacting to a mother's stress levels or her nervous system, her being dysregulated during feeding?
Yes. So a few of those signs would be one, just noticing the letdown being slower, or even just with more painful latching. And so if the mom is starting to have more breast pain or nipple pain, there could be not only could it be just the baby latching properly, but a lot of times it could just be because of a lack of blood circulation flowing to the breast and nipple, causing more breast pain or nipple pain. So whenever there's a lack of blood circulation, that could be very much so nervous system imbalance. But even just feelings of heavy anxiety or even hopelessness or sadness. And so I know for a lot of moms after birth, it's really easy to develop postpartum depression. And yes, a lot of that has to do with hormonal imbalance, but a lot of times that could be resolved whenever the moms take a look and assess their own nervous system and even gut health, because our gut and brain all impact our hormonal balance. It impacts our emotional health. So taking a look at that, starting there and making sure to treat and nurture their nervous system, nurture their gut health so that they can have optimal hormonal balance and even emotional and mental health. And so those are just a few things, just that hormonal imbalance with depression, hopelessness, sadness, anxiety, and mom's even feeling a sense of tension in her body where she just feels really tight. Her back may start to hurt. Her neck may start to hurt. It's not always just the poor positioning of the mom. Sometimes it's just when the body's just so stressed, they can easily just get really tense or tight in their body. And so that's why I love chiropractic here for moms. And that's one of my other suggestions to help moms to regulate and reset before latching.
Oh, yeah, I love going to the chiropractor. Just that release and the readjustment. It's so nice.
Yes. Yes,
And
it's
by
so
the
powerful too, just how one adjustment could do so many wonders.
yeah, I mean, I'm 8 months pregnant right now, and so I still go. It's been something that I
Wow.
have as like my normal routine throughout this pregnancy.
That is so good for your baby too.
Finally, my last question. Do you have any other tips, suggestions, or recommendations for moms that are probably wanting to get a little bit more in tune and learn more about the nervous system and see how they can essentially self-regulate at home to see if that helps support them and their baby's nursing journey.
Yes, yeah. Well, essential oils are a really easy way just to regulate and reset the gut and the nervous system. And so that's something that's easy to do when you're at home and even adding it to your spa day. And so definitely look into the oils. Do you like oils, essential oils for yourself?
Yes, I love eucalyptus and lavender are my favorite.
Yes, those are great blends to even make you feel like you're even at your own spa. So yeah, those all have great health benefits, like calming effect, and even can help with improving just your breathing and so much. But yeah, so essential oils is just my last little tidbit. But if moms want to go deeper in learning how to actually apply more ways to naturally heal and restore their nervous system and even their gut health, because those two are connected. When the gut is imbalanced, the nervous system will be imbalanced and vice versa. And so if moms want to go deeper in learning how to actually apply not just the remedies I mentioned, but to learn even other ways, simple ways to help to restore their own health so they can have a overall better breastfeeding experience and even have just better postpartum wellness and enjoy just that postpartum time, then I would love to work with them. And so, moms, if you're interested in that, definitely DM me on Instagram, or you can go to my website, learn more about how I serve women, which is holisticlivingwellness.com. Or you could even just email me, which you can find my email on my website as well. But overall, my heart is just to help women, whether they're lactating or not, just to go from feeling overwhelmed to restored and regulated with natural healing remedies for overall balance. And so whether your moms are having lactation issues or this overall gut health issues, I would love to help, since I do have programs and consultations for those needs.
Well, thank you so much. I'm going to have all of your information linked in the show notes. So if anyone is interested in connecting with you, all of that info, again, will be in the show notes. Yeah, thanks for sharing your knowledge and taking time to connect and talk about the nervous system.
Yes, thank you for having me. I love talking about it and just being a nerd about it. So thank you.
Thank you for listening. Tune in next week for our next episode. You can find us on Instagram for more updates and tips. Be sure to subscribe wherever you listen to your podcasts and give us a review if you like us.